hot in the valley. I walked 500 miles to visit my sister. Get a ride here, ride there. Needed water today. Glad you picked me up. Where are you headed?
Provo.
We're introducing Violet to her grandmother. First time.
You ever touch the sand out here? Look how pink it looks. Not really pink. What? It just looks pink.
You're lying.
Maybe. You can't know. You've never set your pretty little Gen X foot outside your car. That's what they call you kids now, isn't it? Gen X?
Milk, stop the car. Let's check it out.
We gotta keep going, babe. We already stopped once. Dude, they don't say Gen X anymore. Doesn't apply. Anyway, we're too young.
I'm looking at this book of photographs by Dorothea Lange. Did you know she was Dixon's wife for a while? I saw a photo of her once standing on top of her car in the desert, I think. She looks really beautiful. She's wearing these trousers that women used to wear when they were first getting liberated from skirts. Like Lucille Ball. Like Ricky would be coming home from rehearsal at the club for lunch or something, and Lucy would be hanging out in slacks and a headscarf, and you could tell she thought it was pretty cool and radical. But Lange doesn't look self-conscious about anything in that photo. She looks free. She looks so free, standing on top of her car, trying to find her next photograph. I adore how free she looks.
I'm never to get over worrying about my look. I had polio when I was a girl, so I could never be beautiful after that. I was physically disabled, and no one who hasn't lived the life of a semi-crippled knows how much that means. I think it perhaps was the most important thing that happened to me, formed me, guided me, instructed me, helped me, and humiliated me.
So here's what I think about while I drive. Okay, I'm alone in my car, and I just turned down some random dirt road and drive. I drive like 20 miles in a big cloud of dust. Maybe I have four-wheel drive. Maybe I'm a famous folklorist or something, and I'm going out to gather stories. So I drive, and I come to a small group of hogans, and I stop. I see a woman on her ground at the loom. I see a boy in the corral with the horses, a couple of kids and a dog. This little movie in my head is all in black and white, of course. And then I see another car, an old-time car, and Dorothea sitting on top of it. She slowly turns and smiles at me. My heart races and my mouth gets dry.
Hello.
Hi.
How do you do?
I'm so great right now. You can't believe it. I'm fabulous. You're like my hero. I just think you're so awesome. But then I stop. See, that's why I was so nervous. I was afraid I'd say something all butt-kissy like that. Dorothea doesn't reply. She just smiles. Okay, so somehow the awkward moment passes and she doesn't hate me for being like a total sycophant.
Karen, why don't you and I work together? Do you have your tape recorder? Why don't we devise a project?
I'm so excited. I run back to my car and grab my recording equipment.
How wonderful it would be to work with a clever young folklorist
face so she won't think I'm staring at her limb.
Could you hold my bag, please?
I hold her stuff when I'm sad she has a limp. But maybe that'll make her want to hang out with me more. Like, maybe she'll need help or something with her equipment or something.
Let's have a look. You take eyes that look like water, and I'll take scary legs.
We get horses and ride off. We do an amazing story about the people and the landscape out here. The people love us and adopt us into a clan. I finally get to see what it's really like out here. Dispel the mystery instead of just driving by. Maybe I would be a good folklorist. Maybe I should take a class or something. That's what I like about driving. You can imagine doing so many other things while you're on the road. I don't know why it gets your imagination going, but it does. And then it makes you feel like you want to get out and do things. It just does. Hey, I want to stop.
Dude, I want to keep going.
You want to touch the dunes, don't you, little one?
I want to see if you're lying or what. About the pink sand. You're a strong bastard like Milk said, but I bet you're a liar too.
The occasional tall tale, perhaps. Goes along with the territory, doesn't it? Wandering Vietnam vet, legs blown off in the jungle, come face to face with mountains, stay there for a long time. Tough as a piece of tack now. What do you expect? Wanderers gotta tell stories, right?
If it's pink, why do you say it's white?
Pull over.
We gotta keep going, man.
Pull over, man. You gotta do it. I gotta tell this girl about the sand.
There's Earth nowhere again.
Pretend you don't know me, dude. I'm supposed to be in Dixon's painting. In Lange's photo, I'm like a completely different character, dude. You white people over there aren't supposed to know it's me.
Dude, you get your picture done a lot.
Observe the coarseness of the blanket that covers my head. The contrast
between the man's complexion and the background. Whereas in Dixon's Earthnoir, the subject becomes a part of the landscape, and his skin seems to be an extension of the soil in both tone and texture. Lange's photo highlights the crevices in the man's face, the oil on the skin. This man sweats from work and heat, and we believe he also bathes, though he has not done so recently, and that he also eats, sleeps, and loves.
More important, though, is the background. Lange's trademark background for her subjects. The wide, wide sky. There are social dimensions to her kind of artistic economy, an economy that folds the vision of the body politic into the body. Lange's casting a figure against the sky, give it undistracted space for self-expression, thus avoiding too many social particulars that might restrict identification. Style, Sally, peculiar grace, from Dorothea Lange, A Visual Life, edited by Elizabeth Partridge, Smithsonian Institution Press, Washington and London, 1994, page 84.
But in this man's very resistance to identification, as you say, he is so very, very particular. He looks as if he's about to speak to you, to say, "Have you seen my daughter? I sent her to bring home the sheep, and she has not yet returned." Or me, he is about to invite you home, to share his mutton stew, to say, "Yonder, welcome to my home." We feel, we know the sound of his voice.
Right, exactly. And not the wise, noble voice of Earth Knower. Not the voice of some symbol of a people. He's just a guy like you or me, not some representation of humanity. Just a member, an individual.
The sky behind him looks ominous. You want to warn him to take cover, and yet his glance reassures you that although we cannot see what is behind him, he is perfectly capable of facing it. And in this way, we see his particular wisdom and connection to his particular setting.
Yeah, but not a perfect knowledge of everything in the world. Of all places and all times. See, Milk, isn't that what I was saying earlier? She agrees with me, and she would know.
Do you guys always see pieces of art along the road when you're driving? That's weird, man.
Yeah, I know, dude. What about you and your delusional pink sand? Can't get much trickier than that.
Just hear me out on this, man.
Okay, hand me that Ziploc, dude. Let's put some of the sand in a bag and we'll check it out.
scurry about like ants around the edges of this land.
What makes it smell deserted? The electrified homes. The sheep on the road, it looks like nobody lives here. Dry as a top turquoise trailers raising out near bloody magenta rock. Your sheep cannot graze on your brother's pasture. Your sprint coils across the desert parchment. Blood from the rock is the life of this face.
Tires sweat it out. So watch closely for sheep crossing what you can see from the road. Reservation Rock! Reservation Rock! Reservation Rock! And the big rocks are simply dead. Rock! 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 Reservation Rock! Reservation Rock! Reservation Rock! Reservation Rock! Starship won't graze on your brother's field. Your truck is sunburned. Missing an eye. Gus, geometrical planes hold your sprawling skies. I can't
The missing rod, you cannot see the sleeping child.
Shuttered headlights resting. You are missing one tooth and no limbs, and crevices and canyons in your brain no longer. I cannot survive.
Wave the heels, you can see the heels that don't hide. It looks like
My jail overwhelms my subject so
the sheep, the slantogans, the places hidden, the people formations are
Your
everywhere.
truck is turquoise like your horse. Even your taillights illuminate the dark, dark road. Your truck is missing an eye, and your voice is no longer holy. Your people don't illuminate the landscape.
When the spirit departs, the body must be left behind.
My people loom like hills before the coral landscape. Earth Fred, Milk and Karen stop at Circle K to get gas.
Dude. Dude, you need help with that, man?